This video is from Ian, well known for his solo adventures exploring some of the most haunted and terrifying places in America. On his YouTube channel, Midwest Ghost Hunter, Ian searches for undeniable paranormal evidence and shares what he finds with his viewers. For this overnight solo trip, he heads deep into the Minnesota woods to uncover the secrets of the old, overgrown Vicksburg Cemetery, a place wrapped in chilling folklore and ghostly legends. It's the perfect spot for Ian to explore and hopefully capture real paranormal activity. It's May 26, 2023. After a long hike through Minnesota's dense wilderness, Ian finally reaches the cemetery under the cover of night. As darkness settles in, the eerie atmosphere creates the perfect stage for an unforgettable investigation.
It is a long and very spooky walk to get to this cemetery. And in a weird way, I love it, but I also hate it. It is a very weird relationship I have with these haunted places, I tell you. Just think of all the animals that might be out here. So not only do I have to worry about spirits, I have to worry about wildlife as well. I'm already freaked out. It is so creepy out here. But I'm going to be staying the entire night, no matter what happens.
Already on edge, he still commits to staying the entire night, no matter what happens. The overgrown cemetery feels heavy with an eerie presence. Every shadow seems to move, and every sound feels like it hides something unseen. Despite his nerves, Ian's determination to find the truth pushes him forward. As he begins his investigation, strange things start to happen.
Hello? Is there anybody in this cemetery? Could you speak? My name is Ian. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that scared me.
Suddenly, a sharp rustling nearby breaks the silence. The noise startles him, sending a cold shiver down his spine. But along with the fear comes a rush of excitement. He might have just gotten a response. Gathering his courage, Ian pushes forward and decides to step through the gate, venturing deeper into the heart of the haunted cemetery.
All right, entering the cemetery. All right, I'm coming over to visit. I hope you don't mind. Oh my gosh. This whole grave is in shambles. I'm sorry that your tombstone has been destroyed. What happened? Is it vandalized? Whoa. Okay, I just heard you.
At this moment, a woman's whisper intelligently responds to my question.
Holy crap. I just heard a female whisper on here. Okay, I heard you. Thank you so much for speaking with me.
As he continues exploring, Ian finds more gravestones, old, cracked, and forgotten. Still curious, he asks aloud again if they were vandalized. To his surprise, the faint woman's voice returns, sending a shiver through him. Convinced he's making contact with a spirit, Ian pulls out his K2 meter, hoping to gather proof.
All right, I've got a K2 meter in my hand. This measures electromagnetic fields. I'm going to see if I can communicate with you. In my left hand, I have a green light. It won't harm you in any way. All it will simply do is detect your presence. If you're still here, could you tell me your name? Because unfortunately, there's really no way for me to tell. And I really don't want to dig around your grave shambles, because I don't want to damage it any further. I'm here with nothing but respect. I'm getting eaten up by mosquitoes right now, but that's okay. It's worth it. If I could just hear your voice one more time. Whoa. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I heard that. I heard you once again. Whoa, you just drained my battery too. Dang, dude. Alright. I'm gonna review this when I get home, and I'll know your message.
Though the K2 meter stays silent, the woman's whisper is still there, soft but clear. Without warning, Ian's camera battery suddenly dies, a phenomenon often linked to spirits draining energy to appear. The sudden failure startles him but also sparks his curiosity, convincing him even more that he's not alone in the cemetery. What's interesting is that this was a fresh battery, Ian notes. And it happened right after she spoke. This could be more proof that spirits drain batteries for energy.
Now what's really interesting to me about this is that this camera, it just died. And this is a fresh battery. And that was right after she said something, which is further evidence that spirits really do drain these batteries for energy to do things.
As the clock moves past midnight, the cemetery feels even more unsettling. The darkness thickens, the silence grows heavier, and every moment seems charged with mystery. Ian pushes on, determined to find more evidence of the paranormal. Shining his light over another worn gravestone, he says, "Here's another one."
There's another one right here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to read this one. Hello? I heard you walking again. I would really like to get to know you. Oh, it is so scary out here. You have no idea how freaky it is.
My infrared camcorder just captured this ethereal form, drifting through the darkness.
Through his infrared camcorder, an ethereal figure drifts through the darkness, unseen by Ian in the moment, but caught on film. He continues asking questions, unaware that his camera has just recorded something extraordinary. It's only when he reviews the footage back home that Ian realizes he may have captured undeniable proof of the paranormal, a chilling reminder that something might still be lurking in the shadows of our world. Still unfazed by the strange events, Ian keeps exploring.
Okay, well, here is the supposed glowing grave. If there's anyone that haunts this gravesite, could you show yourself somehow? Oh, whoa, whoa! What the hell was that? Did you just rattle this fence? If that was you, and you just rattled this fence, could you do it again? Whoa. Holy moly. Dude, this is crazy. This fence keeps rattling.
The metallic shaking echoes through the still night. There's no wind, no visible cause, just the eerie clatter breaking the silence. Startled but curious, Ian decides to test if what's happening is truly paranormal. He asks aloud for the rattling to happen again, and to his amazement, it does. The sound echoes through the stillness, a chilling confirmation that he's not alone. Encouraged by the response, Ian steadies himself and continues.
Here, I could try to read your grave. What does that say? Nanny? Is your name Nanny? Whoa. Okay. I take that as a yes. Thank you. I take it you're a female. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Does that say what I think it says? 5 years old? Oh my god. I'm so sorry. That is so tragic. I'm sorry. Maybe that's why you come off so playful. My name is Ian.
After the fence rattles again, Ian realizes the gravestone belongs to a child who passed away at just 5 years old. A wave of sadness hits him. Struck by the thought that he may be speaking to her spirit, he changes his questions, speaking more gently and with compassion.
And I'd just like to be your friend. Is there anybody else that's buried here? Whoa, I just heard your voice. Could you say it once more? Dude, oh my god, I just heard you again!
Suddenly, he hears a faint but clear voice, soft, distant, saying the name Ida. At first, he's unsure what he heard, but as he checks the gravestone again, it clicks.
I definitely heard an I. I definitely heard an I. What does that say? Ida! Oh my god! Her name is Ida! And I just heard that on the voice recorder. That is exactly what I heard now that I think about it. It was definitely an eye. Holy shit, my heart is thumping right now. Dude, this is insane. I'm getting so much awesome activity over here. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my God, those are moving.
Ian's pulse quickens as he realizes this grave holds not one child, but two. The weight of the discovery, mixed with the continued paranormal activity, leaves him both sad and deeply curious. As he takes it all in, he hears movement behind him. Without any wind, the plants around the grave begin to sway unnaturally. Determined to capture whatever is happening, Ian quickly raises his camera.
Would you like your picture taken? Pose for the photo. Could you smile? All right, I'm gonna count to 3, okay? And I want you to pose for this photo. 1, 2, 3.
If you look at this photo closely, there appears to be 2 misty little girls staring into the camera from the gravesite. In the photo taken afterwards, they are completely gone. I was already under the belief that Nanny and Ida's ghosts were in my presence. I now have photographic proof to back it up.
Ian had already believed that Nanny and Ida's spirits were with him, but now he felt he had photographic proof. At first, the images seemed normal, nothing unusual. But one photo stopped him in his tracks. 2 small, translucent figures stood together, their forms visible behind the fence. Moments later, in the next shot, they had vanished without a trace. Determined to try one more time, Ian kept his camera rolling.
Nanny, Ida, are you still here with me? I was just having so much fun with you earlier, and I'd be sad to see you go, and I don't really know how much longer I could stay here. Whoa! Oh my God! Dude, she just touched my shoulder! Oh my God! She like flicked me on the shoulder.
Although there's no way to prove that I was touched by a spirit, I did manage to capture this orb just before it happens. You can clearly tell that this orb is inside of the fence as it floats towards me.
As Ian continued searching for one last sign, the unexpected sensation replayed in his mind. The footage confirmed what he had felt. Just before the cold touch, a faint, shadowy mist glided toward him. It was yet another piece of chilling evidence. After that, the cemetery grew silent. No sounds, no movement. Slowly, the first light of dawn broke across the horizon, and the songs of birds replaced the heavy stillness. Overwhelmed by the night's events, but satisfied with the evidence he had gathered, Ian knew it was time to leave. The experience left him convinced that the world beyond the living is far more complex than we realize. That night's strange activity made him believe more than ever that the barrier between the living and the dead is thinner than it seems. As he made his way back, he couldn't stop thinking about the unknown forces that might still be out there, waiting to be discovered. Let's move on to our next clip, where another traveler has a chilling encounter. This is Adam, the adventurous soul behind Ad's Ventures. For months, he's been traveling the world in his trusty camper van, sharing his journeys with thousands of YouTube followers. From breathtaking landscapes to hidden gems, his travels have been nothing short of inspiring. But in this video, Adam's latest trip to the enchanting city of Prague takes a disturbing and unexpected turn. It's November 16th, 2024. After a full day exploring the beautiful streets of Prague, Adam finds a quiet parking spot beside a gas station along the motorway, just outside the city center. With no reason to think anything unusual will happen, he settles in for what he expects to be a peaceful night's sleep. Little does he know, something terrifying is about to unfold.
I do believe it is a Shell garage, which makes me feel like I am right at home. But this services is not where I began my evening last night. I attempted to sleep somewhere else until an incident struck. So I originally rocked up to the previous services down the motorway, and I started to go to bed as usual. In fact, it was a very nice, calm, relaxing evening until around about 3 a.m, maybe half 2, something like that. There I was dreaming the most beautiful dream, probably about pittobreds and dolphins and all that. And I was awoken, half awoken, I was in a bit of a daze, by some voices that were literally about 2 centimetres away from my back door. Just to clarify, I mean the rear doors on the van. So I hit the button to turn my CCTV on, and what did I see? 2 hooded, semi-balaclavaed youths right next to the van, and they walked around to the side here. Now in my head, I'm thinking, are they going to break into the Pigeon? Are they going to break into the Pigeon? By the way, for those who don't know, my van is called the Pigeon. And I got in my head to the part where I said, are they going to break into? And then I heard them try the door.
Adam wakes the next morning exhausted, having barely slept after the incident. Around 2 a.m., the peaceful night was shattered by voices, footsteps, and hushed conversations just outside his van. Groggy and disoriented, it took several seconds for him to process what was happening. As the fog of sleep lifted, the reality sank in. These people weren't just passing by. His heart pounded as he quickly checked the security footage. He had security cameras set up around his van, and what he saw on the footage made his blood run cold. 2 hooded figures moving suspiciously, inspecting his van in the dead of night. Their intentions weren't clear, but their behavior was anything but casual. Later, sitting at his laptop, Adam replays the footage to show exactly what happened.
Okay, so I've located 2 people on the right-hand side of the van. Oh no, maybe that's not them, because they're walking off up towards the motorway. Well, that's a bit weird. Why would you be walking up towards the motorway? But yeah, maybe that's not them, unless they come back, but they seem to be disappearing into the distance. Let's just fast forward a bit. Oh no, wait, they're coming back. Okay, this is blatantly them. Right. So that for some reason they've walked up towards the motorway and then they've come back into the service area. Yeah, they're coming directly to my van and they're going round the back of my van. Okay, so this is obviously when I heard their voices. Oh no, they're going straight up to... They're going straight up to my driver's window and they're looking in it. I swear I heard them right behind the van though. So he's staring right in the driver's window trying to see what he can see. I think he touched something there, did he? Okay, this is the point. So now they've gone round the back of the van. Now remember, at this stage, I'm still fast asleep, right? So let's pull up the back of the van. So enter the thieves around the rear of the van. They take a quick look at the back. One of them's smoking something. Maybe he's innocent. Maybe they were just smoking. I heard them. That's where I heard them talking. And I was sort of in a daze. And I was like, what is going on? They've gone back round to the other side of the van now. So let's pull that camera back up. Actually, no, it definitely wasn't innocent because I remember I heard them actually touch the handle. Oh yeah, look, there we go. Right, he's bent down there. What's he doing?
As soon as Adam stirred from the sound of the men outside, a rush of adrenaline jolted through him. Realizing his van was being targeted, he knew he had to act fast. Without thinking, he called out, his voice loud and firm, hoping the 2 men didn't realize he was inside until that moment.
And I rush up and
trying to hide the fact
here,
he's touching
and then you can see as soon as I do that, he says something to his mate, and they scurper off. So if we go back to the front
I shouted,
camera,
"Pigeon!"
we
should. Rushed up.
Yeah, there we go.
Yanking open the curtain
so
right
that's
here.
them. As soon as they know that I'm in the van, they're now just disappearing off into the night. So I'm sleeping like this, right, and I hear some noises real close to me, because obviously that is the back door right there. I hear the voices out there. That's when they chuck that cigarette away. Now, when I first wake up in the van, wherever I am, the first thing I'm thinking is, where the hell am I? I always forget where I've parked. And I'm like, right, there's people out there. And I suddenly realise that I'm in the services, I think. I reach up here and I stick my CCTV on. It takes a second to load up. And then it loaded, and that's when I think I saw them around the side of the van. So I'm half asleep thinking, are they going to steal the pigeon? Are they going to steal the pigeon? Are they going to steal the... Handle goes, pigeon! Whoa! What's going on? Jump out the window like that, and then I see them scarper off into the night. Well, judging by the footage, I must have misjudged. It was less of a scarper, more of a saunter. But at least I stopped them from smashing a window or jacking the door open or whatever.
Thankfully, Adam's quick thinking and loud call were enough to keep him safe and scare the men away. But later, as he thought about it, the reality set in. What if he hadn't woken up in time? What if he hadn't noticed the two figures outside? Things could have taken a much darker turn, one that might have ended in real danger. Fortunately for Adam, he reacted exactly how he needed to. Still, the experience stayed with him. Even now, it lingers in his mind, a constant reminder of the risks that hide in the stillness of night. Now more cautious than ever, Adam knows danger can strike when you least expect it, no matter where you are or how safe it feels. This unsettling moment stands as a clear warning of the hidden threats that can appear when camping alone. Now, with that in mind, let's move on to the next clip, where yet another camping trip takes a chilling turn. This is Lucas, a YouTuber you might know from his channel Lucas Brunel, famous for incredible biking trails and scenic nature routes. A passionate cyclist, Lucas loves capturing his adventures on camera and sharing them with his audience. One day, however, a biking trip took a dark and unexpected turn, one that left his viewers puzzled and his nephew Kevin deeply unsettled. It's September 3rd, 2021, a chilly day, but nothing that could keep Lucas from a full outdoor itinerary. Joined by his nephew Kevin, he planned a day of biking through nature, visiting stunning cliffs, and even taking a dip in icy waters.
This has been amazing, staying at my parents' and riding around Martha's Vineyard, and we're going to venture out because today is Kevin's last day here. See the cliffs and some paths and some cold water swimming on a very clean beach, cleanest on the East Coast probably, up at Aquina. And we're going to do some bush camping after that, and then in the morning we're going to do some rock diving at another beach. So anyway,
yeah, it's gonna be a cold ass night. I'm already kind of cold right now, but apparently tonight it's gonna be like 60 degrees or something. So
yeah, cold, yeah, but we're used to those temperatures and camping and all kinds of weird stuff. So anyway,
with fresh energy and high spirits, Lucas started the day, sharing his excitement with viewers. The two biked for nearly 5 hours through peaceful landscapes, soaking in the beauty of nature. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the calm day gave way to night, they reached the edge of a dense forest.
all right, I think around here is a good place to actually set up camp.
Here?
Yeah, because it's flat, and it's pretty good because actually right now, oh man, we're at the top of a hill, but we're, hold on a sec. It took us a hell of a long time to get to where we want to set up camp. As you can see, it's just after sunset, so we actually planned on getting here earlier, but anyways, swimming and some really nice roads and whatnot kind of got in the way of that. So, but yeah, we are definitely tired, and we're going to set up camp. This is an ideal space because you can't really see it, but we are on the top of a hill, and we're guarded by another hill that's even higher, and so this is a really great space. So anyway, I'm really glad we made it. So we're going to set up camp now.
By the time they reached the forest, darkness had already fallen. The two struggled to pitch their tent in the dim light that led the surroundings growing more shadowy and unsettling by the minute. When the tent was finally ready, Lucas suggested an idea. Why not take a short hike to the top of a nearby hill? From there, they could get a breathtaking view of the city lights below. Kevin, however, wasn't thrilled. He was exhausted from the intense day and wanted to rest, but Lucas eventually convinced him to go.
What?
It's kind of like a challenge. My legs are working. Oh,
This is a workout for you? Okay.
right now,
Fucking-
it's a mile too good, yeah. So it's not the miles, it's the intensity.
Oh, motherfucker.
Got that, yeah. It's a little something.
I have no clue how you didn't get hypothermia today.
Well, you know, I did ride afterwards. That's the thing.
Shit, wait, hold on. Alright, let's go.
With only their flashlights cutting through the pitch-black forest, they trudged uphill, looking for the perfect lookout spot. Before they could reach the top, they stumbled onto something entirely unexpected.
But that's after you let up some sardines, young man. Anyway, you could probably dry firewood. That would be kind of nice.
Yeah. I wonder what your parents must think of you doing all this crazy shit. Dude, you're fucking with me. Alright, alright. I am not fucking camping anymore. Dude, alright, dude. I know I said fuck with the satanic shit, but it's a fucking joke. I'm not fucking serious, man. Dude, I don't want to fucking camp. I don't want to fucking camp anymore.
Yeah, but there's nothing. We can camp.
Dude.
This doesn't have to, like, we can camp fine. There's nothing out here to get you. Look,
Yeah, then what the fuck was that noise, huh?
just take a look.
Dude, you need to calm your fucking tits. I know this is my last fucking night.
How about take it down a notch?
Dude.
And we enjoy the night, you know?
Yeah, enjoy the fucking night with...
You know? Hey. Oh.
Dude, Lucas. Alright, yo, chill. You're joking, right? You're joking.
No, I'm not. Holy, just chill. Just take it down a notch. There's nothing out here, like, to get you. I mean,
You're a fucking bitch, man. Dude, you're a fucking asshole. You're a fucking asshole.
The light from their flashlights flickered over the scene, and the weight of the discovery sank in. Lucas, on the other hand, tried to stay calm, brushing off Kevin's fears. What happened next is still unclear. Furious and frightened, Kevin decided he'd had enough. He stormed out of the forest, heading home and leaving Lucas behind. Was Kevin angry at Lucas for not taking the situation seriously, or was something else going on between them? To this day, no update has been given about how that night ended for either of them. It raises the question, what really happened that night? Could Lucas have lured Kevin into the forest on purpose with a more sinister plan in mind? Did their earlier conversations hint at something darker that Lucas wanted Kevin to see? Or was Lucas just as shocked as Kevin, but chose to downplay it, hoping to avoid making things worse? The truth remains a mystery,